are we all doing today? We got some breaks filled up and ready to roll, so we'll be off to the races pretty darn quick here this morning. This evening. Happy Tuesday to you as well. How are you, Floor? Abby! How are you? I suppose we can forgive you. I'm doing pretty good. 3 pre-filled breaks makes for a happy Ashley. That's for sure. So we're going to start tonight with the mix, guys, so we can give away those final 5 SBA spots. Then we're going to do the SBA case. Then we're going to do clear cut. We'll probably get going a little bit earlier. Usually I give it 5:15. I might just give it about 5 more minutes here, let a few more friends come into the room. But I've already got the randoms ready, so we're going to be diving into that mix super duper quickly here. There are still a bunch of breaks really, really close. We have 3 left in the Platinum Team Select, 3 left in Centennial, and 3 left in the 0607 Portraits break, which is a really fun one. And the Blaster break has been moving super, super well all day. 11 spots left. It is 25 boxes, and the spots are just 26 bucks. Ned, you're here! I thought we weren't going to see you today. I love that for you. The whole office did nice. It's a scorcher out there today. Me as well, and it's all pre-filled and ready to go. We don't gotta put any work in. I love it. And honestly, guys, I think we're just going to dive in. I think it's time to pull the trigger here. So best of luck on the team randoms for the mix break. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. and gentlemen, so let's dive in. Best of luck to everybody, and let's see if we can keep those spots moving in those other breaks. It looks like Platinum is officially down to 2 spots remaining. Best of luck, folks. Starting off CNC Group Break, 25,459. We have the 10-box mixed break, starting with the Series 2 blaster. That's the Spirit floor. Marquee rookie for Nashville, Philip Tomasino. Dazzlers for Calgary of Jakob Markstrom. Young Guns for the Winnipeg Jets of Cole Perfetti. Marquee rookie retro for the Sharks, Jonathan Dahlen. And the base. On to the extended hobby. Young Guns retro for Florida, Anton Lundell. Finite for the Sharks of William Eklund. Retro of Heiskanen for the Dallas Stars. Young Guns for Pittsburgh of Kasper Bjornqvist. Holographics for Montreal, Cole Caulfield. Double diamond for Chicago, Marc-Andre Fleury. We have a Young Guns canvas for the Philadelphia Flyers, Felix Sandstrom. Young Guns for Arizona of Cam Dineen. Reflections Purple, number /300 for Columbus of Cole Sillinger. Young Guns for the LA Kings of Sean Durzi. Canvas for LA of Jesper Bratt. Variant Francais of Dadonov for Vegas. Young Guns for the Carolina Hurricanes of Jack Drury. Holographics for Tampa of Steven Stamkos. Triple Diamond for Minnesota of Kirill Kaprizov. Canvas for Toronto of Alex Kerfoot. Young Guns for the Ottawa Senators of Lassie Thompson. Retro for Washington of Ovechkin. Retro of Brady Tkachuk for the Senators. Dazzlers pink for Pittsburgh of Letang. I don't know what you're talking about. We have a Young Guns canvas, black and white for the Colorado Avalanche of Eustace Noonan. Young Guns for Minnesota of Connor Dewar. Canvas of Marc-Andre Fleury for Chicago. And an SPX of Cole Perfetti for the Jets. All right, on to Metal Universe. They might make an appearance or two, you know. We have a Planet Metal for the Vegas Golden Knights of Mark Stone. Metal Universe for Tampa of Barboulay. And a rookie for Philly of Cam York. Prospects of David Ferentz for Nashville. Rookie of Beckman for Minnesota. Amped Up of Cole Caulfield for Montreal. Rookie for Buffalo of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Big Man on Ice for Carolina of Sebastian Aho. Ice Carvings for Colorado of Nathan McKinnon. Rookie for Tampa of Ross Colton. Amped Up for Edmonton of Draisaitl. Metal Universe for Ottawa, Bernard Docker. Rookie for Tampa Bay of Barboulay. Prospects of Jacob Bernard Docker for Ottawa. Rookie for New Jersey of Dawson Mercer. The Cheddar die cut of McKinnon for Colorado. Rookie for the Ducks of Jamie Drysdale. Pitter-patter for the Washington Capitals, Tom Wilson. Rookie for Anaheim of Zegras. Nice. Rookie for Florida of Spencer Knight. And a PMG Red. Number /100 for the Colorado Avalanche, Cale Makar. Prospects of Newhook for Colorado. Rookie for St. Louis, Jake Neighbors. Big Man on Ice for Montreal of Nick Suzuki. Rookie for Tampa of Taylor Radish. Metal Universe for Carolina of Seth Jarvis and LaBase. All right, on to the 25-26 Series 2 Blaster. Glossy for Buffalo of Noah Ostlund. Axel Sandin Pellikka Young Guns for Detroit. Glow Up for Utah of Dylan Gunther. Dazzlers Green for Tampa of Jake Gensel. Glossy for San Jose of Cam Lund. Sizzle Reel for Vegas of Hurdle. Outburst Base of Pod Colson for Edmonton. Glow Up of Eklund for the Sharks. Encore for Buffalo, Dylan Holloway. And an If You Know, You Know for Florida, Sam Reinhart. Slaps of Austin Matthews for Toronto. Canvas for the Islanders, Bo Horvat. And Vibing for Florida of Sergei Bobrovsky. On to 22-23 Artifacts. LA Kings of Kopitar. Numbered to 199, blue for Toronto of Ed Belfour. We have a remnant patch number to 25 for the Red Wings of Dylan Larkin. Number to 299 for Washington, John Carlson. We have these are called wood parallels for Tampa Bay of Vinny LeCavalier. Oh no. We have a remnant jersey for St. Louis of Robert Thomas. Number to 65, pink for Vegas of Marcia So. And a wild card rookie redemption, 238. So we will look up who that belongs to and ship it off to the right person. On to 21-22 SPX. We have a Radiance Effects number to 150 for the Capitals of Alex Ovechkin. A rookie jersey for the New Jersey Devils of Tice Thompson. 238 is Tim Burney for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Thank you, Floor. We have a base auto for the Vancouver Canucks of Niels Höglander. And an Obsidian rookie number to 349 for Minnesota of Kalen Addison. All right, on to Ice Ice Baby. I grabbed the wrong year of Ice Ice Baby. All right, take two. I know, right? Green for Calgary of Jonathan Huberdeau, number to 12.99. Ice Premiers for New Jersey of Nikita Oktwick, and a rookie for Anaheim of Perot. Green for Pittsburgh, Philip Hallander. Rookie for Seattle, Shane Wright. And an exquisite rookie number to 349 for the LA Kings, Samuel Fagemo. Green for Carolina of Sveshnikov. Pink for Boston of McLaughlin. Rookie for Carolina of Kochetkov. Green for Toronto of Marner. Cool Cuts. Die cut for Toronto of Austin Matthews. And a rookie for Colorado of Ben Myers. Green for Edmonton, Dylan Holloway. Pink for Chicago, Patrick Kane. Rookie of Braden Schneider for the Rangers. Green for Pittsburgh of Kasperi Kapanen. Crystals for Edmonton of Draisaitl. Rookie of Nick Blankenburg for Columbus. Green for Florida, Sam Bennett. Orange for Buffalo, Jeff Skinner. Rookie of Kopke for Tampa Bay. Green for Montreal of Arbor Jacki. Crystals for Detroit of Dominic Kubalik. Rookie for San Jose of Bordelot. Green for Vegas of Shea Theodore. Ice Premiers number to 12.99 for Minnesota, John Lizotte. And a rookie of Dylan Guenther for Arizona. Green for Nashville, Tanner Jeannot. Crystals for Seattle, Matty Beniers. Rookie of Jake Christensen for Columbus. Green for LA of Jacob Mauvrère. Rookie for Boston, Mark McLaughlin. And a base jersey for the Buffalo Sabres, Tage Thompson. Green for Columbus of Werenski. Sub-Zero for New Jersey, Jack Hughes. And a rookie of Ratcliffe for the Flyers. All right, Trilogy. Generations of Zyder for Detroit. Generations Red numbered to 7.99 for Boston, Jeremy Swayman. Rookie Renditions Blue numbered to 4.99 for Ottawa of Ridley Gregg. And a purple Generations jersey numbered to 99 for Dallas of Jake Ottinger. Generations Red, numbered to 7.99 for Arizona of Dylan Guenther. And a signature pucks for the Calgary Flames, Sean Monahan. We have a green, numbered to 49 for Columbus of Kent Johnson. Generations for New Jersey of Jack Hughes. Rookie Premiers number to 6.99 for Vegas of Jiri Patera. Rookie Renditions for Ottawa of Mira Lanen. And a Generations Red for Edmonton of McDavid. All right, clear cuts. We have number to 24 canvas signatures for the Dallas Stars, Roope Hintz. And Ultimates. Rookie of Andre Pavel for Colorado. We have an Ultimate Signatures, number to 65 for Chicago, Kevin Korchinski. We have an Ultimate Emblems for Arizona of Michael Kesselring. I know, such a tease. And we finish off with a rookie jersey number to 349 for the Devils, Luke Hughes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time to give away the final 5 SPA SB Authentic spots. So best of luck, guys. I will do the random 3 times. The top 5 people will each win a spot. Here we go. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Org 17, Mike M, J Wins, Conqueror 17, and W Randall. Congrats, guys. Alright, boys and girls. So now we get to do an SBA case break. I love it. And we're going to waste no time. It is time to dive in. I'm getting the randoms ready. Looks like platinum is filled up, so that will go after clear cut. But best of luck to everybody. Here we go. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Fake Friday. Unfortunately, the weekend is shorter too, but I'll take it anyway. Alright, guys, we got a full case of SB Authentic, which gives you guys plenty of time to keep these breaks filling up. We got 3 left in Centennial, 3 left in the 0607, and 5 left in the Leaf Metal. That being said, it's time to do the SBA case break. So, best of luck, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Starting off CNC Group Break, 25-4-18. We have got the 8-box case of 25-26 SB Authentic. Spectrum for the Dallas Stars, Maverick Bork. Freshman Focus for Washington, Ryan Leonard. And a Jacob Melanson Red Future Watch for Seattle. Spectrum Future Watch of Zane Prek for Calgary. Collaborations for Calgary of Zari and Coronado. And a red for Chicago of Teravainen. Freshman Focus of Luca Cagnoni for San Jose. Future Watch red for Minnesota of Zeev Booyah. And a Future Watch Auto, number to 999 for the Winnipeg Jets of Parker Ford. Outliers for Buffalo of Rasmus Dahlin. Red for Utah of Logan Cooley. And number to 99, curated signatures for Winnipeg of Kyle Connor. Freshman Focus Blue of John Farinacci for Boston. Pageantry Red for Toronto of Matthew Nyes. And a red Future Watch for the Sharks, Michael Misa. Freshman Focus for Philly, Devin Kaplan. Pageantry for Ottawa of Dylan Cousins. Red for Florida of Matthew Tkachuk. Collaborations of Celebrini and Smith for the Sharks. Pageantry of Koivunen for Pittsburgh. Red Future Watch for Detroit of Dominic Shine. And a Future Watch Auto, number to 999 for the Anaheim Ducks of Ian Moore. Freshman Focus for Seattle of Melanson. Pageantry for Seattle of Nyman. Red base for Toronto of Nyes. Outliers of Buchnevich for St. Louis. Pageantry for Nashville of Brady Shea. Red Future Watch for Seattle of Victor Ostman. Freshman Focus for Tampa, Jack Finley. Red for Dallas, Jason Robertson. And a gold, number to 99 for Colorado of Martin Necas. On to box number 2. Spectrum for St. Louis, Jordan Kyrou. Collaborations for Pittsburgh of Malkin and Crosby. Future Watch Red for Pittsburgh of Harrison Brunicki. Spectrum for Boston of John Farinacci. Freshman Focus for Seattle of Viljo Teuvonen. And a Kyle Connor red for Winnipeg. Outliers for Pittsburgh of Malkin. Red Future Watch for Chicago of Oliver Moore. And a horizontal Future Watch Auto, number to 599 for the Nashville Predators, Brady Martin. Freshman Focus of Weissblatt for Nashville. Red for Florida of Sam Bennett. And a UD Authentics Auto of Steve Casper for the LA Kings. Collaborations Blue for Vegas of Eichel and Stone. Pageantry Red for Nashville of Evangelista. Red Future Watch for Carolina of Nystrom. Collaborations for Washington of Strome and Ovechkin. Pageantry for the Islanders, Matthew Schaefer. And a red for Calgary of Morgan Frost. Future Freshman Focus of Brunette for Boston. Pageantry for Montreal of Guy Lapointe. Jimmy Snuggerud, Future Watch Red for St. Louis. And a Future Watch Blue, number to 399 for Calgary of Matt Vigryden. Outliers for Winnipeg of Mark Scheifele. Trocheck Pageantry for the Rangers. And a red for Florida of Reinhart. Freshman focus for Nashville of Ufco, pageantry of Melanson for Seattle, and a Future Watch red of Hunter Haight for Minnesota. Collaborations of Kempe and Kopitar for LA, red of Pasternak for Boston, and a Future Watch gold, number /99 for Chicago of Colton Dock. Box number 3. Spectrum for Pittsburgh of Ben Kindle, freshman focus of Olivier Rodrigue for Edmonton, pageantry for Philly of Carson Dorwart, and a Future Watch red of Ostman for Seattle. Sure did, because it sure is. Outliers for Chicago, Connor Bedard, pageantry for the Rangers, Darren Turcotte, and a red for Toronto of Matthew Knies. Freshman focus of Dalibor Dvorsky for St. Louis, red of Logan Cooley for Utah, and a sign of the times for the Columbus Blue Jackets of Boone Jenner. Collaborations for Chicago of Bedard and Nazar, pageantry red for Columbus of Sillinger, Future Watch red for Detroit of Dominic Shine. Collaborations green for the Sharks of Celebrini and Smith, pageantry for Boston of Tuukka Rask, red for Florida of Matthew Tkachuk. Oh, that's fun. I didn't know that they had all those versions of these. Freshman focus of Dominic Fensor for Carolina, red for Washington of Alexi Protas. And an Evolve auto update from 23-24. This is a random between the Rangers, Dallas, and Minnesota of Matt Zuccarello. Very pretty card. I like it. Outliers for Vegas of Dorofeyev, Future Watch red of Kudryavtsev for Vancouver, and number /999 Future Watch auto for Colorado, Taylor McCarr. Legends Hollow Foils for Detroit of Henrik Zetterberg, Outliers Blue for Boston of Pasternak, pageantry of Dawson Mercer for New Jersey, and a Future Watch red for the New York Islanders, Matthew Schaefer. Freshman focus of Demidov for Montreal, red for Dallas, Jason Robertson, Future Watch number /399 for the Islanders of Tristan Lennox. Spectrum for Tampa, Nikita Kucherov, collaborations for Vancouver of DeBrusk and Pedersen, and a Future Watch red for Philly of Dorwart. Box number 4. Spectrum for Anaheim, Ian Moore. Collaborations for Ottawa of Tkachuk and Stützle, and a red of Darren Radish for Tampa Bay. Freshman focus of Koivunen for Pittsburgh, red Future Watch for Tampa, Dylan Duke. And number /999 Future Watch auto for Carolina of Alexander Nikishin. Outliers for Philly 20 of Couturier, red of Joel Eriksson Ek for Minnesota, and a base gold auto for Vegas of Hurdle. Freshman focus of Dvorsky for St. Louis, pageantry red for LA Brant Clark, future watch red for Boston of Farinacci. Spectrum for Buffalo, Josh Norris. Outliers for Toronto of Nylander. Red future watch for Carolina of Justin Robidas. Freshman focus blue for Buffalo of Ostland. Pageantry for LA Brant Clark. Future watch red of Gritsuk for New Jersey. Freshman focus of Rodrigue for Edmonton. Pageantry for Nashville, Matthew Wood. Red for Philly of Mishkov. Outliers for Chicago of Bedard. Pageantry for Nashville of Ufko. And a future watch red for Nashville of Weissblatt. Future icons for the Rangers of Gabe Perreault. Freshman focus for Montreal of Demidov. And a red of Brady Tkachuk for the Sens. Collaborations for Chicago of Bedard and Nazar. Pageantry for Montreal of Lane Hudson. And a red for Winnipeg of Gabe Vilardi. Spectrum for New Jersey of Jesper Bratt. Collaborations for Vancouver of DeBrusk and Pedersen. Future watch red for Minnesota of Danila Yurov. Spectrum of Skarik for the Islanders. Freshman focus for Carolina of Fensor. Red for Carolina of Jackson Blake. Collaborations blue for Minnesota of Boldy and Kaprizov. Future watch red of Lindbaum for Vegas. And a future watch auto number to /399 of Dvorsky for St. Louis. Yeah, I don't think they're very common. Maybe a couple per case. Outliers of Dorofeyev for Vegas. Red for New Jersey of Jack Hughes. And a UD Authentics auto for the Rangers of Eddie Olczyk. Freshman focus for Chicago, Colton Dock. Pageantry red for Nashville, Matthew Wood. Braden Coots, red future watch for Vancouver. Collaborations green for Florida of Reinhart and Barkov. Pageantry for LA of Trevor Moore. Red base for Pittsburgh of Crosby. Collaborations of Draisaitl and McDavid for Edmonton. Pageantry for Vancouver, Ty Mueller. Future watch red of Nikita Tolopilo for Vancouver. And a future watch auto number to /999 for the Washington Capitals of Ethan Frank. Freshman focus for Carolina of Robidas. Pageantry for Toronto of Nyes. Red for Edmonton of Ekholm. We have a holo foils for the Buffalo Sabres of Noah Ostland. Future watch blue for Jimmy Snuggerud for St. Louis. Marco Casper for Detroit Pageantry. And a red future watch for Ottawa of Donovan Sabrango. Outliers of Lucas Raymond for Detroit. Red for Utah of Clayton Keller. And a future watch green, number to /199 for Minnesota of Danila Yurov. Freshman focus for Buffalo of Ostland. Pageantry for Vegas of Hurdle. Red for Vancouver of Quinn Hughes. Collaborations for Minnesota of Boldy and Kaprizov. Pageantry for Nashville of Evangelista. Red Future Watch of Brustowicz for Calgary. Freshman focus for Buffalo or St. Louis Jimmy Snuggerud. Pageantry of Tuukka Rask for Boston. Red for Philly of Travis Konechny. Outliers for Minnesota of Kaprizov. Pageantry of Dorwart for Philadelphia. Red Future Watch for St. Louis of Dvorsky. Number to 999, Future Watch non-auto for Chicago of Rinzel. Freshman focus of Levchinov for Chicago. And a red for Edmonton of Draisaitl. Spectrum for Columbus of Fantilli. Freshman focus for Nashville, Joaquin Kamel. Red Future Watch for Detroit of Emmett Finney. Collaborations of Kucherov and Gensel for Tampa. Red for Calgary of Mackenzie Weegar. And a curated signatures, number to 299 for the Islanders of Oliver Wahlstrom. Freshman focus of Sunya for Calgary. Red Future Watch for Carolina of Legault. And number to 999, Hunter Brustowicz Future Watch auto for the Calgary Flames. Outliers for Toronto of Nylander. Red of Chandler Stevenson for Seattle. And a sign of the times for the Edmonton Oilers of Ken Lindsman. Outliers blue of Kaprizov for Minnesota. Pageantry red for Nashville of Ufko. And an Isaac Howard red Future Watch for Edmonton. Spectrum for Minnesota, Kirill Kaprizov. Collaborations for Colorado of Nichushkin and McKinnon. Red Future Watch for Chicago of Sam Renzel. Spectrum of Ty Mueller for Vancouver. Freshman focus for Boston of Riley Duran. Red for the Islanders of Horvath. Outliers blue for New Jersey of Jack Hughes. Future Watch red for Winnipeg, Parker Ford. And number to 999, Future Watch auto for the Rangers of Gabe Perreault. Ooh, we got a patch. We got a patch. Oh, it's a good one. Outliers for Colorado of McKinnon. Red for Montreal, Nick Suzuki. And a Future Watch auto patch. Number to 100 for the San Jose Sharks, Michael Misa. B-E-A, beautiful. Michael Misa, patch auto for the San Jose Sharks. Floor, did you get this? That's awesome. Congratulations. That's epic. Freshman focus of Nicholas Coco for Seattle. Red Pageantry for Vegas of Hurdle. Red Future Watch for Carolina of Fensor. Outliers green for Edmonton and McDavid. Pageantry of Zane Parekh for Calgary. Red for Colorado of Makar. Blue Future Watch number to 399 for Edmonton, Quinn Hudson. Collaborations for Anaheim of Toronto and Terry. Pageantry of Roby Doss for Carolina. And a red Future Watch of Gabe Perreault for the Rangers. Freshman focus for Chicago, Oliver Moore. Pageantry for Boston, Morgan Geeky. Red for Nashville, Philip Forsberg. Freshman focus blue for Tampa, Dylan Duke. Pageantry for Washington, Ethan Frank. Red future watch for Seattle, Yanni Nyman. Non-auto future watch number to 999 for Detroit of Sandine Palika. Outliers for Boston, David Pasternak. And a Niels Hoglander, red for Vancouver. Well, that was an awesome box. Now let's see what we can finish it off with. Last box mojo, folks. Freshman focus of Kudryavtsev for Vancouver. Red future watch for Boston of Callahan. And a future watch horizontal auto number to 599 for Boston, Frederick Brunet. Outliers of Macklin Celebrini for the Sharks. Red for Minnesota of Boldy. And a UD Authentics auto for the Islanders of Bo Horvat. Freshman focus for Boston of Farinacci. Red pageantry for LA, Trevor Moore. Tom Willander, red future watch for Vancouver. Spectrum for Vegas, Mark Stone. Freshman focus blue for Chicago of Lev Shinov. Red future watch of Sandine Palika for Detroit. Collaborations of Kyle Connor and Mark Scheifele for Winnipeg. Jordan Kyrou, red for St. Louis. And a limited base auto for Minnesota of Matt Zuccarello. We're getting all the Zuccarello 23-24 autos in this case. Future Watch blue of Braden Coots, number to 399 for Vancouver. Collaborations blue of Connor and Scheifele for Winnipeg. Dawson Mercer pageantry for New Jersey. And a Shabanov red future watch for the Islanders. Freshman focus for Vancouver of Ty Mueller. Pageantry for the Islanders, Anders Lee. Red for the Islanders of Jean-Gabriel Pageau. Outliers of Jack Hughes for New Jersey. Pageantry for St. Louis of Parayko. Red future watch of Ryan Ufko for the Nashville Predators. Freshman focus Dylan Duke for Tampa. Red for Ottawa, Drake Batherson. And a Zakhar Bardakov, number to 99. Future watch gold for the Colorado Avalanche. Collaborations for New Jersey of Hughes and Heischer. Pageantry for the Rangers of Turcotte. And a red for Colorado of Lehkonen. All right, guys. Just got that Zuccarello to random off real quick. Between the Rangers, Dallas, and Minnesota. Three times. 1, 2, 3. Dallas gets that one. There we go, folks. Boop, 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 boop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Clear Cut coming up next. Let me just get those randoms ready. and girls. The team randoms for clear cut. Here we go 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, best of luck, ladies and gents. Starting off CNC Group Break, 25,495. We have these 3 years of clear cut, starting with 21, 22, 22, 23. We have got an autograph for the Dallas Stars, Ryan Suter. I can look into it for you if you give me a second here, Ned. 23, 24. Is a Top Shelf Sellies rookie auto for the Detroit Red Wings, Elmer Soderblom. And 24, 25. Which, oh, that's a good one. We have a vintage rookie auto for the Montreal Canadiens, Lane Hudson. Sounds good. Are we crushing it tonight? Lane Hudson, rookie auto for Montreal. There we go, folks. I mean, I'm just saying, the Misa and now the Hudson, are we crushing it? I think we're crushing it. I'm going to empty this because platinum is a lot of packs. All right, guys, give me 2 seconds here. We're going to dive into platinum. ladies and gentlemen, Platinum, once again, not the shortest of breaks. So you guys got tons of time to fill up our next break. We have 3 left in Centennial, we have 3 left in the 0607, and we have 5 left in Metal. I might have given you the same lane twice there. Go a wee bit ahead of myself. I didn't, yay me. And we also have 7 left in the tin break. All right. We got 2 21-22s, 1 22-23, 1 23-24, and 1 25-26. All righty. Best of luck, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off CNC Group Break, 25,483. We've got the multi-year Platinum 5-box break, starting with 21-22. We have a rainbow for the Rangers of Alexis Lafreniere. Rookie for Anaheim, Benoit Olivier Gruel. Wade Allison for Philly. Cole Perfetti for Winnipeg. Platinum die cuts for Florida, Jonathan Huberdeau. And a retro blue rainbow, Rasmus Kupari for the LA Kings, number 2/199. Retro for Minnesota, Kirill Kaprizov. Sunset for Nashville of Yossi. Rookie for New Jersey, Tice Thompson. Alex Barboulay for Tampa Bay. Oscar Steen for Boston. Hot Magma for Calgary of Dylan Dubé. And a photo driven for Boston of Jeremy Swayman. Rainbow rookie for Ottawa of Shane Pinto. Rookie for Anaheim of Zegras. For New Jersey, Marion Studenic. And for Ottawa, Parker Kelly. Sweet selections for Tampa of Barboulay. And a red prism number /199 for Ottawa of Parker Kelly. Rainbow of Carter Hart for the Philadelphia Flyers. No rookies? Oh, they're there. Retro for Pittsburgh of Chris Letang. Rookie for Chicago of Kalinick. Newhook for Colorado. Dorofeyev for Vegas. Matt Pink for Tampa of Vasilevsky. And a photo driven for Montreal of Suzuki. Violet Pixels for Toronto, Mitch Marner. Rookie for Nashville, Jeremy Davies. David Ferentz for Nashville and Dakota Joshua for St. Louis. And a platinum die cuts of Byfield for LA. Retro for Montreal of Josh Anderson. Sunset for Montreal of Nick Suzuki. Rookie of Ross Colton for Tampa. Jake Leschyshyn for Vegas. Spencer Knight for Florida. And a photo driven of Chris Letang for Pittsburgh. Rainbow of Cal Clutterbuck for the Islanders. Rookie for Boston of Jack Aiken. For the Rangers, Niels Lundqvist and Robin Salo for the Islanders. Sweet selections for Detroit of Joe Veleno. And a rookie auto for the Buffalo Sabres, Matthias Samuelsson. Retro Retro for Florida of Anton Lundell. Rookie of Cole Sillinger for Columbus. Tarmo Runen for the Rangers. Riley Damiani for Dallas. And a photo driven for LA of Byfield. Retro Rainbow for Boston of David Pastrnak. Rainbow Rookie of Mike Hardman for Chicago. Rookie of Jeremy Swayman for Boston. Simone Benoit for Anaheim. R2 Rustalainen for Buffalo. Violet Pixels of Kyle Connor for Winnipeg. And a die cut of Jack Hughes for the Devils. Retro for Boston of Patrice Bergeron. Sunset of Kupari for LA. Rookie of Prospatov for Arizona. Lucas Raymond for Detroit. And Cole Caulfield for Montreal. Sweet selections for Florida of Spencer Knight. Retro for Minnesota, Kalen Addison. Rookies of Justin Richards for the Rangers. Kalen Addison for Minnesota. Moritz Seider for Detroit. An Alex Newhook photo driven for Colorado. And an Eklund matte pink for the San Jose Sharks. Rainbow for Carolina of Nietzsche. Rookie of Brandon Duhaime for Minnesota. Krell Vejmelka for Arizona. Lane Peterson for San Jose. Violet Pixels for LA of Turcotte. And a die cut of Patrick Kane for Chicago. Box number 2. Rainbow of Max Domi for Columbus. Rookie of Caulfield for Montreal. Jake Neighbors for St. Louis. JJ Paterka for Buffalo. Violet Pixels for Winnipeg, Andrew Kopp. And a die cut for the Rangers of Adam Fox. Retro of Drake Batherson for Ottawa. Sunset for Colorado of Gabriel Landeskog. Rookie of Kachuk for Tampa. Justin Richards for the Rangers and Kalen Addison for Minnesota. Hot Magma for Nashville of Granlund. And a photo driven for Vancouver of Brock Besser. Rainbow Rookie for Detroit, Joe Veleno. Rookie for Detroit of Zyder. Brandon Duhaime for Minnesota. For Arizona, Krell Vejmelka. Photo driven of Newhook for Colorado. And a red prism, number to 199 for Boston of Patrice Bergeron. Retro of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for Buffalo. Rookie for San Jose, Lane Peterson. Jesse Lonen for Montreal. And Alex Turcotte for LA. Adam Ernie, matte pink for Detroit. And a sweet selections for Buffalo of Rustalainen. Rainbow of David Perron for St. Louis. Rookie for Anaheim of Drysdale. For Nashville, Thomas Novak. Adam Beckman for Minnesota. Die cuts for Pittsburgh of Sidney Crosby. And a cosmic number to 65 for Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby. Bam. Retro of Swayman for Boston. Sunset for Dallas, Jason Robertson. Brinson Pashnuk, rookie for San Jose. Hendrix Lapierre for Washington. Matthew Phillips for Calgary. And a photo driven for St. Louis of Binnington. Rainbow of Zuccarello for Minnesota. Rookie of Bernard Docker for Ottawa. Yona Gadovich for San Jose. Grigory Denisenko for Florida. And a sweet selections for Colorado of Newhook. Rookie auto for the Ottawa Senators, Parker Kelly. Retro for Detroit of Lucas Raymond. Rookie of Bryson for Buffalo. Garrett Pilon for Washington. And Mason McTavish for Anaheim. Photo driven for Florida of Spencer Knight. And a retro rainbow for Boston of Taylor Hall. Rainbow rookie for Vancouver of Vasily Podkolzin. Rookie of Cam York for Philly. Logan Thompson for Vegas. Jonathan Dolan for San Jose. Hot Magma for Detroit of Adam Ernie. And a die cut of Nick Suzuki for Montreal. Retro of Malkin for Pittsburgh. Sunset for Chicago, Mike Hardman. Rookie of Ruzicka for Calgary. Lockwood for Vancouver. And Sushko for Philadelphia. And a photo driven for the Rangers of Alexis Lafreniere. Rainbow for Detroit of Hronik. Rookie of Allard for Nashville. Gustafson for Ottawa. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for Buffalo. Sweet selections for Florida of Denisenko. And a Cosmic, number to 65 for Pittsburgh of Jason Zucker. Retro of Morgan Barron for the Rangers. Rookie of Alial Singh for Ottawa. Jan Jenik for Arizona. Samporanta for Colorado. Matt Pink for Washington of Vanacek. And a Sebastian Aho photo driven for Carolina. All right, on to 22-23. Rookie of Wyatt Johnston for Dallas. Nick Blankenberg for Columbus. Declan Chisholm for Winnipeg. Sweet selections for Minnesota, Matt Boldy. Retro of Leon Draisaitl for Edmonton. And a sunset for Florida of Spencer Knight. Rookie of Jack Quinn for Buffalo. Nick Perbix for Tampa. Hunter Drew for Anaheim. Photo driven for Anaheim of Zegras. Retro for Philly, Ronnie Attard. Matte Pink for Winnipeg of Jeff Malott. Rookies of Victor Loden for Ottawa, Lucas Dostal for Anaheim, Valtteri Puustinen for Pittsburgh, Galvanized for Pittsburgh of Letang, Retro for Toronto of Bunting, and a matte pink for Washington of John Carlson. Rookie of Nick Sisek for San Jose, Kent Johnson for Columbus, Riley Walsh for New Jersey, Retro for Colorado, Cale Makar, Retro Rainbow. Photo driven for Buffalo of Owen Power. Retro for Pittsburgh of Malkin. Rookies for Minnesota of Boldy. Carson Meyer for Columbus. Philip Hallander for Pittsburgh. Photo driven for Montreal, Carey Price. Rainbow for Dallas of Joe Pavelski. And a Cosmic, number to 65 for the New York Islanders, Ilya Sorokin. Rookie of Sogard for Ottawa, Braden Pichal for Vegas. For Colorado, Ben Myers. Photo driven of Shane Wright for Seattle. Rainbow of Mike Hoffman for Montreal. And a rookie Cosmic auto number to 35 for the LA Kings, Samuel Fagemo. Rookie of AC Moff for Winnipeg. For Nashville, Juuso Parssinen. For Pittsburgh, Samuel Poulin. Galvanized for Carolina of Seth Jarvis. Retro for Columbus, Kent Johnson. Sunset of Caden Gooley for Montreal. And an Aquamarine, number to 149 for Washington of Lucas Johansson. Rookies of Shelgren for Toronto, Ratcliffe for Philly, Sandberg for Winnipeg. Photo driven of Victor Hedman for Tampa. Rainbow rookie for Ottawa of Victor Loden. And a Violet Pixels for Florida of Sergei Bobrovsky. Rookie of Kovacevic for Montreal. Brant Clark for LA. Holmstrom for the Islanders. Sweet selections for Seattle of Shane Wright. Retro Rainbow for Nashville of Tanner Jeannot. And a sunset for Florida of Ekblad. Rookie of Ronnie Attard for Philly, Maddie Beniers for Seattle, and Lena Sandine for Philly. Sweet selections for Buffalo, Owen Power. Rainbow Rookie of Hunter Drew for Anaheim, and a Hot Megma for Dallas of Rupe Hintz. Rookie of Jack-Eye for Montreal, Michelli for Arizona, and Mac Hollowell for Toronto. Galvanized of Heiskanen for Dallas. Rainbow of Barzal for the New York Islanders. And numbered to 199, Red Prism Rookie for Chicago, Dylan Wells. Rookie of Linus Hogberg for Philly, Anaheim Dylan Gunther, LA Samuel Fajemo. Sweet selections for Minnesota, Marco Rossi. Rainbow for Carolina of Seth Jarvis. And an Arctic Freeze, number to 99 for Seattle of Oliver Bjorkstrand. On to 23-24. Rookie of Max Inskinette for Ottawa, Matthew Coronado for Calgary, David Gust for Chicago. Photo driven for Toronto of Matthews, retro for Nashville of Askarov, and a cosmic number to 65 for the Devils of Dougie Hamilton. Rookie of Tyler Angle for Columbus, Yuri Coolidge for Buffalo, Matthew Kessel for St. Louis. Sweet selections for Nashville of Askarov, retro for Ottawa of Levi Miralainen. And number to 199, Red Prism for New Jersey of Jack Hughes. Rookie of Valtteri Morella for Tampa, John Ludwig for Pittsburgh, Fraser Minton for Toronto. Photo driven for Winnipeg of Hellebuck, retro rookie for Calgary of Dustin Wolf. And a rookie auto for the New York Islanders, Arnaud Durando. Rookie of Sordiff for Florida, Yuri Patera for Vegas, Jet Greaves for Columbus. Photo driven of Beniers for Seattle. Rainbow Rookie of Una Kopanen for Boston. Sunset of McTavish for the Ducks. Rookie of Nestorenko for Anaheim, Brock Faber for Minnesota, Emile Andre for Philly. Sweet selections for New Jersey, Luke Hughes. Rainbow for Anaheim, John Gibson, and a sunset for Ottawa of Giroux. Rookie of Nazco for Columbus, Levi for Buffalo, John Beecher for Boston. Photo driven of Timo Meier for New Jersey. Rainbow for Buffalo, Owen Power, and a matte pink for Nashville of UC Saros. Rookie of William Dufour for the Islanders, Mason Lowray for Boston, Milos Kelman for Arizona, Showmanship of Sorokin for the Islanders, Rainbow for LA of Kempe, and a matte pink of Malkin for Pittsburgh. Rookie of Bobby McMahon for Toronto, Jackson Lacombe for Anaheim, Vincent Desharnais for Edmonton, Showmanship for Arizona, Clayton Keller, Rainbow Rookie of Forrester for Philly, and a sunset of John Beecher for Boston. Rookie of Askarov for Nashville, Pelletier for Calgary, Uvis Belinskis for Florida, Photo driven of Kachuk for Florida, Retro Rainbow for LA of Kopitar, and a Rainbow for New Jersey of Timo Meier. Rookie of Patia for Columbus, Adam Ginning for Philly, Raphael Lavoie for Edmonton. Sweet selections for Chicago, Connor Bedard. Retro for Dallas, Rupe Hintz. And a liquid metal of Laferriere for LA. Rookie of Emberson for San Jose, Wyatt Kaiser for Chicago, and Tristan Luneau for Anaheim. Photo driven for Carolina, Brent Burns. Retro of Aiden McDonough for Vancouver. Liquid metal of Brock Besser for Vancouver. Rookie of Matt Murray for Dallas, Owen Beck for Montreal, and Matt Savoie for Buffalo. Showmanship for Calgary of Markstrom. Retro for Minnesota of Marc-Andre Fleury. And a Violet Pixels of Adam Fox for the Rangers. All right, 25-26. Rookie of Destos for Tampa, Tomasic for Edmonton, and Mueller for Vancouver. Pink Magma for Vancouver of Quinn Hughes. Retro for Seattle, Matty Beniers, and a Vibe check for Nashville of Stamkos. Rookie of Zane Parekh for Calgary, Easton Cowan for Toronto, Nate Danielson for Detroit, Rainbow for Tampa, Victor Hedman, Retro for Dallas of Roope Hintz, Vibe check for New Jersey of Dawson Mercer. Rookie of Ben Kindle for Pittsburgh, Ryan Leonard for Washington, Dominic Shine for Detroit. Red Wings Retro of Edmonton, Sweet Selections for the Rangers, Gabe Perreault. And number to 249, Turquoise Fragments, Rookie for Chicago of Colton Dach. Rookie of Hunter Haight for Minnesota, Noah Ostlund for Buffalo, and Carl Lindblom for Vegas. Violet Pixels of Zellweger for Anaheim, Rainbow Rookie for Detroit of Nate Danielson, and a Path to Victory for Anaheim of Leo Carlson. Rookie of Bardakov for Colorado, Dorwart for Philly, Emmett Finney for Detroit. Retro for Minnesota of Spurgeon, Vibe check for Vegas of Eichel. And a Turquoise Fragments, number to 249 for Boston of Pavel Zacha. Ooh, I saw green. I see green. I like green. Skylar Brind'Amour for Carolina rookie. Carter Mazur for Detroit. And a Billy Koivunen for Pittsburgh. Rainbow Jean-Gabriel Pajot for the Islanders. Sweet Selections for Calgary, Zane Parekh. And an green laser, number to 75 of Cam Lund. Rookie of Rory Cairns for Calgary, Oliver Moore for Chicago, Jakob Skarek for the Islanders, Retro for Vancouver of Kiefer Sherwood, Vibe check for Edmonton and McDavid, and a Seismic Gold, number to 50 for Pittsburgh, Billy Koivunen. Rookie of Ethan Frank for Washington, Tom Willander for Vancouver, Dmitry Simashev for Utah, Sunset for Washington of Ethan Frank, Retro of Matthew Knies for Toronto, Sweet Selections of Lev Shinov for Chicago, Rookie of Beckett Seneca for Anaheim, Nikishin for Carolina, Tristan Lennox for the Islanders, Rainbow of Ryan O'Reilly for the Islanders, Path to Victory of Lev Shinov for Chicago. Ryan O'Reilly was for Nashville. And a Cosmic rookie auto number to 65 for the Anaheim Ducks of Ian Moore. Yes, please. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I said Ryan O'Reilly for the Islanders, but that was incorrect. Rookie of Matthew Robertson for the Rangers, Charles Alexis Legault for Carolina, Riley Duran for Boston, Rainbow for Toronto, Easton Callan, Sunset for the Rangers of Panarin, and a vibe check for Philly of Tyson Forster. Rookie of Weissblatt for Nashville, Nicholas Coco for Seattle, Sam Rinzel for Chicago, Sunset for Minnesota, Brock Faber, Retro for New Jersey, Brett Pesce, and a Path to Victory for Vegas of Mark Stone. Last Pack Mojo. Rookie of Braden Coots for Vancouver, Tim Wash for Anaheim, Arseny Griciuk for New Jersey, Rainbow of Nietzsche's for Colorado, Pink Magma for Boston of Brunet, Sweet Selections of Yvonne Demidov for Montreal, and number to 25, Orange Checkers for Carolina, Sebastian Aho. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is so many cards. Nothing too crazy, but so many cards. Gentlemen, what shall we get going next? We have 3 left in the Centennial Break. We have 3 left in the 06-07 Be a Player. That is 2 easy peasy lemon squeezy breaks to get going. Who wants to grab a spot? Centennial, Centennial. So who wants to grab some spots and get the ball rolling, my friends? I will look into that in just uno second. Alright, so we got 2 left in Centennial. And we got 3 left in 06-07, folks. Let's close them out. Chrissy, Gus, I'm gonna go play with your toy out there. Alright, so let me check on that red spot real quick. Well, there's several red spots now. 2 of them I'm not worried about because the order just came in. And I'm gonna open up the other one. He's so cute. right, guys, I think the Centennial break is filling up. But we got 3 left in the 0607, folks. Let's see if we can fill that one up to go right after, shall we? All right, let's get this thing going. Do some Centennial. All right, best of luck, folks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I got Detroit, Chicago, Rangers. Y sounds pretty good for Detroit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can't fill up that 0607 break. There are just 3 spots remaining. I would love to get that one done after this, but best of luck, everybody. Here we go. Starting off CNC Group Break 25405, we have the 3 years of Centennial, starting with Chicago. I guess more like 3 teams of Centennial, not years. gosh, it's true. You got lots of potential. We have a Hall of Famers of Jeremy Roenick, a record holders of Bobby Hull, and an orange of Rich Preston, a stoppers of Thibault, or Tybalt, captains of Daryl Suter, award winners of Steve Larmer, yellow of Ed Belfour, first rounders of Patrick Kane. Retired numbers of Bobby Hull, record holders of Tony Esposito, record holders yellow of Stan Mikita, and a memorable moment of Doug Wilson. Award winners of Tony Esposito, Hall of Famers of Stan Mikita, capturing a champion of Stan Mikita, and we have an autograph of Connor Murphy. Award winners of Ed Belfour, record holders of Dirk Graham, yellow of Jim Pappin, memorable moments of Chris Versteeg. Captains of Denny Savard, Hall of Famers Bobby Hull, Hall of Famers yellow Bobby Orr, and a capturing a champion of Patrick Sharp. Award winners of Bobby Hull, record holders of Chris Chelios, stoppers of Dominic Hasek, memorable moments of Jonathan Toews. Award winners of Jonathan Toews, record holders of Denny Savard, yellow base of Paul Coffey, and a stoppers of Antti Niemi. Captains of Dirk Graham, award winners of Dirk Graham, memorable moments of Patrick Kane, and an autograph of Dave Bolland. Award winners of Chris Chelios, record holders of Bobby Hull, capturing a champion of Johnny Oduya, and a Madhouse Materials jersey of Patrick Kane. Hall of Famers of Glenn Hall, award winners of Troy Murray, yellow captains of Martin Lapointe, and a memorable moments of Chelios. Steve Larmer record holders, captains of Chris Chelios, yellow of JP Bordelot, and a memorable moments of Bernie Nichols. Award winners of Duncan Keith, record holders of Stan Mikita, first rounders gold of Nolan Allen, and a stoppers of Craig Anderson. Hall of Famers Michel Goulet, Patrick Kane award winners, record holders yellow of Daryl Suter, first rounders of Brent Seabrook. Hall of Famers Marian Hossa, retired numbers of Chris Chelios, award winners yellow of Bobby Hull, and a first rounders of Jonathan Toews. All right, on to the New York Rangers. We're going to find out because I'm going to pull you one. So lucky? That's good. Harry Curry and Darren Langdon. Broadway Bruisers of Will Cooley. Silver of Glenn Anderson, Dominic Moore, and Mark Messier. 34th Street of Braden Schneider. Silver of Vic Hadfield, Mika Zibanejad, and Derek Stepan. And a Hey 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 of Michelle Rosieval. And a Broadway Blue signatures of Reijo Rustalainen. We have Ryan Callahan Silver, Johnny Bauer, and Terry Sawchuk. 34th Street of Derek Brassard. Silver of Ed Jackman, Rod Gilbert, and Harry Howell. Hey 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 of Keandre Miller. Silver of Andy Bathgate, Jean Rattel, and Brian Leach. 34th Street of Mika Zibanejad. Silver of Luke Robitaille and Andy Bathgate. Line them up. Oh, this is a random. Of Graves, Messier, and Amonte. And a blue shirts materials patch, number to 25, Alexis Lafreniere. Silver of Kevin Lowe, John Van Beesbrook, and Joe Koser, and a Glenn Anderson, Hey Hey Hey. Steve Vickers, Mark Messier, Anders Hedberg. Broadway Bruisers of Brian Boyle. Silver of Vaclav Nedomansky, Phil Esposito, Brad Park, and Will Cooley, 34th Street. Silver of Edgar Laprade, Brian Leach. Number to 94, Celebrations of Darren Langdon, and a 34th Street of Cam Talbot. Silver of Bill Cook, Howie Morenz, Estefan Mateau. Hey 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 of Sean Avery. Silver of Jean Rattel silver number 2, and Igor Shesterkin. Broadway Bruisers of Nick Fotiu, and a pictured in time autograph of Kevin Hayes. Yes, so Kevin Hayes goes to H. Silver of Harry Howell, Dick Duff, and Edgar Laprade. And a Steve Larmer, 34th Street for the Rangers. Silver of Brian Hextall Sr., Andy Bathgate, and Rod Gilbert. And a Hey 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 of Matthew Barnaby. All right, last box mojo with Detroit. Trophy winners of Henrik Zetterberg, Hall of Fame of Luke Robitaille, Hockey Town Heroes of Patrick Kane, and a silver of Marco Kasper. Captains of Reed Larson, Team Leaders of Gordie Howe, Hockey Town Heroes of Martin Lapointe, and a Silver Captains of Nicholas Lidstrom. Team Leaders of Steve Yzerman, Trophy Winners of Gordie Howe, Believing in South Detroit of Lucas Raymond, and a Team Leader Silver of Gordie Howe. Hall of Fame Daryl Sittler, Captains Calling Ted Lindsay, Hockey Town Heroes of Henrik Zetterberg, and a Silver of Sebastian Cossa, and a Hockey Town Heroes of Alex Del Vecchio. Trophy Winners of Chris Draper, Ted Lindsay Hall of Fame, Hockey Town Heroes of Darren Helm, and a Silver Hall of Fame of Dominic Hasek. Captain's Calling of Nick Libet, Hall of Fame of Adam Oates, Hockey Town Heroes of Mike Madonna, and a Silver Trophy Winners for Detroit of Yzerman. Trophy Winners of Zetterberg, Hall of Fame Glenn Hall, the 313 of Kirk Maltby, and a Silver of Chris Chelios. And we have an autograph of Ray Whitney. Team Leaders of Jimmy Howard, Trophy Winners of Pavel Datsyuk, Hockey Town Heroes, of Chris Osgood, and a Silver Trophy Winners of Sacha. Hall of Fame of Brendan Shanahan, Captains of Alex Del Vecchio, the 313 of Marco Casper, and a Silver of Adam Oates. Nope. Trophy Winners, Gordie Howe, Hall of Fame Terry Sawchuk, Believing in South Detroit of Del Vecchio, Silver of Larry Murphy, and a Hockey Town Heroes of Dominic Hasek. Team Leaders of Yzerman, Captains of Nick Libet, Hockey Town Heroes of Dino Ciccarelli, and a Silver of Adam Graves. And an Octopus Ink auto of Ulf Samuelsson. Hall of Fame of Adam Oates, Trophy Winners of Henrik Zetterberg, the 313 of Jimmy Howard, and a Silver Trophy Winners of Paul Coffey. Hall of Fame Glenn Hall, Team Leaders of Steve Yzerman, Believing in South Detroit of Chris Chelios, and a Silver of Sam Gagner. Trophy Winners Gordie Howe, Hall of Fame Daryl Sittler, Smash Hits of Reed Larson, Silver of Chris Chelios, and number to 100, gold for Detroit, Patrick Kane. And last pack mojo. Team Leaders Gordie Howe, Team Leader Steve Yzerman, Hockey Town Heroes of Abdel Kader, Silver of Marcel Dion, and an Octopus Ink autograph of Kelly Casillo. All right, ladies and gents, I got one random to do. Between G, M, and A. Here we go. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It goes to G. There we go. How about that 06-07 break? spots remain in that one, folks. Who wants to grab one? There we go. I love that. Have a good one, Be Golden. Happy Canada Day. Let's do this portraits break, guys. I like these. They're a lot of fun. You're going to get 6, maybe 7, 8x10 photos and some cards to boot in this break for just $39. Oh, I have a box to open now that I have a moment. All right, so best of luck to Kid. All right, the Kid 28. I have your Goodwin Champions box. Best of luck to you, sir. We have a platinum goodie of Brady House. A platinum orange prism, number /499 of Adrian Griffin Jr. Goodie of Henry Davis. And we have an autograph of Walker Kessler. A playing card of Jamani Swanson. A splash of color, Henry Davis. Goodie platinum of Brady House. We have a splash of color lenticular of Michael Foster. Goodie of Tiger Woods. Playing card of Marcelo Meyer. Playing card of Kate Bach. Playing card of Armando Cruz. Playing card of Steven Bergwin. We have got a splash of color platinum, number /499 orange prism of Marcelo Meyer. Platinum of Joao Felix. Goodie of Mickey Ward. color, Mickey Ward. Playing card of Brady House. Splash of color, Tiger Woods. We have a splash of color, rainbow blue of Ben Simmons. And a platinum splash of color of Marcelo Meyer. There we go, sir. All right, boys and girls, let me just check my emails. All right, ladies and gents, looks like just one spot remains in the 06-07 break. One lonely spot. Let's close it out. And looks like someone's doing that. So we'll be off to the races in just a minute here, folks. let's do this then. Best of luck, folks, for the team randoms. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, best of luck, folks. Here we go. Starting off CNC Group Break 25,484, we have the 0607 Be a Player Portraits box break. I forgot how good I was at opening these. There we go. Portraits for Colorado of Milan Hajduk and Marek Zvatos. I'll open all the cards at the end. That sounds like a plan. We have a signature portraits for the Boston Bruins, Brian Leach. We have got for the Carolina Hurricanes, Cam Ward. Ooh, got a twofer. First up, we have for Arizona, Keith Ballard. And then we have Andrew Ladd for the Carolina Hurricanes. We have got for Atlanta, which goes to Winnipeg, Bobby Hollick. Toivonen. All right, let's see what the cards are. We have a first exposures jersey of Brandon Bochenski. And a portrait premieres of Ryan Potulny. A portrait premieres of Jan Stastny and a Jan Danny first exposures jersey for Montreal. Portrait premieres of Konstantin Pushkarev for LA and a first exposures jersey of Ryan Getzlaf for the Anaheim Ducks. We have a portrait premieres for Pittsburgh of Noah Welch and a UC Jokinen first exposures jersey for Dallas. Portrait premieres of Patrick Thorson and an Andrew Ladd first exposures for Carolina. Portrait premieres of Evgeny Malkin and a Wojtek Wolski first exposures jersey for Colorado. There we go, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do we think? me for just a second here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it does look like the Leaf Metal Hockey has 3 spots left if anybody wants to grab one there. So what do we think? Do we want to add the Leaf Metal to our to-do list this evening, or are we going to be calling it an evening here? Okay, it looks like it might be filled. I just have to check one payment. I apologize, guys. There is going to be one final spot available, but hopefully it will fill quickly. I will be back in 2 minutes, and we can get it going. the randoms ready. All right, guys, best of luck. Here we go. Yep, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, 3 boxes. All right, best of luck, boys and girls. Yes, it is. Best of luck. Here we go. Starting off Cnc Group Break 25-4-16, we have the Leaf Metals 3-box break. Alrighty, here we go, folks. We have a blue auto of Martin Biron. And that is numbered 1 of 5 for the number 1 spot. We have a green auto of Caroline Harvey. Which is numbered 2 of 4 for the number 2 spot. And an Optichrome autograph of Manon Realm. which is a 1 of 1 for the number 1 spot. Next up, we have a gold Optichrome auto of Vincent Domfus. Which is a 1 of 1 for the number 1 spot. We have a red autograph of Stefan Fissette. Which is numbered 1 of 3 for the number 1 spot again. Number 1, always crushing it. And an Illustrations pink auto of Dominic Hasek. That's a pretty card. And that is numbered 3 of 6 for the number 3 spot. We have a Let's Pucking Go. That's a fun name of Steve Larmer. And that is a 1 of 1 for the number 1 spot. We have a Masked Men pink auto of Andy Moog. And that is numbered 6 of 6 for the number 6 spot. And we have an Illustrations blue auto of Marty Brodeur. Which is numbered 5 of 8 for the number 5 spot. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. Find me glasses. Gentlemen, I am going to assume that that is probably the end of our evening. A very fun evening it has been, as you can tell by my table full of cards. But I'll make this last call if anyone does want to grab any other spots. And Robert, if you are in the room, I canceled a few of the orders you've just recently placed. Please check your email. We sent you an email. enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.